Hi, I'm Joshua Schwan, and I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of my final project for CAGD320. So, as you can see here, I have my open currently, with my project open, and here is the basic layout of my scene in the 3D space. In terms of my organization, I have my scene in one big group here. And inside that group, there is a group for the original unmodeled block-up that I created, as well as my scene's actual assets, the assets from the charcuterie board project, and also the lighting situation. So within here is just the 4 lights that I have set up. The charcuterie board has its glass group and its UDIM1 group. And within that glass group is the jar and the wine glass. Within the UDIM1 group is all of the other objects, so the knives, the cheese wedge, the salami, the figs, all that stuff. And the most important part, the scene assets, we have separate groups for the windows, doors, ceilings, furniture, walls, floors, and ferns. So the windows, there are 4 of these. So we've got those set up in their own group. The doors, we have the window frames, the panes that go within those frames. There's also the high poly model that was used for the to bake onto those low poly frames, or the panes. There's the left and right door and the left and right door knob. The ceilings, just these 2 planes up here for the main office and the hallway. The furniture is the most complex group. So we have the desk, the accent table, the hall table back here, the desk chair, and as you can see with this one, I've only rendered part of it because you can't see it below this line. So we've got that. We've got, we've got the sitting chair, which is broken up into a few different pieces, as well as the legs down here. We've got the typewriter, which I also only really modeled to show this side. We've got the trash can, the privacy screens, which also have a high and low poly variant. So that's the high poly variant, and that's the lower poly. We have the trophy, which also has something similar. So this is the low poly mesh. It's just supposed to look sort of like a canvas. And then the high poly model is this creature that's been hung on the wall like a trophy. We have the photos, so just each one of these. The plant pots. Got one there, one there, one there. The radiators. Got all 4 strewn throughout. And these are also divided into multiple parts for the coils and then the legs. We've got the lights. So we've got the base and the rod for the ceiling lamp, as well as the base for each of these hall lamps, and also the individual light bulbs themselves. And lastly, in this section, we have the main carpet, as well as the inlet carpet, which sits back here. We've also got the walls. So we have the back wall of the office, the right wall, left wall, and then each one's for the hallway, as well as the arch that sits in the middle there, and the inlet, and the molding for that inlet. We've also got the main floor, hall floor, and inlet floor. And lastly, we have the 3 ferns, which consists of all of these panes with the leaf textures imprinted on them. As for Substance Painter, I have everything laid out in a row, so you can see everything that's been textured. I have quite a few materials. So we have the accent table, which is just over here. We've got the main body, legs, and handle for that. We've got the carpet material for these 2 carpets. We've got the ceiling light base material for this object. The ceiling material for the 2 ceilings right here. The desk chair material. Which consists of the leather and wood for this chair. We also have the desk material, which is the wood for the desk. The door material. I almost forgot to mention, this carpet is one that I created myself. I took an image from online and color corrected it and changed it a bit so that it fit what I needed. I've also created the door textures so that they look like painted wood. The door window frame material is right up here, which is a simple paint. The doorknob material is a nice metallic one. The floor material, there's 2 different ones. For the office, there is a nice plank wood. And for the hallway, this is another one that I created. So it is a tile texture that I generated in Substance Sampler, and I have decals of this singular tile placed over these tiles so that it looks as though this is one big tile in the center. The hall arch material is basically the same as the walls, all the other walls except slightly different detailing. The hall light base material is the same as the ceiling lamp base, but placed onto these 2. The hall table material is a simple wooden one. Light material is a nice metal on top and then glowing glass for the light bulb. Photos material is for these 3, and we've got these 2 on the sides with nice copper frames with those photos within them, as well as a nice glass finish. And then also this one in the center, which is meant to look like an oil painting on canvas. We have the pot material. And this one is for the fern pots. So we have the terracotta as well as the dirt inside of it. There is the radiator material, which is a mixture of a few different kinds of metals. the sitting chair material, which is leather for these top sections and then wood for the bottom and the legs. The trash can material is a mixture of a couple of different metal textures put together so that it looks a bit worn but not too beat up. The typewriter material is also some metal, as well as these normal stamps for added detail. And the last three taking a minute to load here. Are the wall 1 material, which includes the plaster for the actual wall parts, as well as the painted wood on the bottom, and the paint for the moldings. And wall 2 is the same of that, except it also includes this wall, which is a little bit different. It has some nice wallpaper. And lastly, we have the window material, which is that same molding material, but then we have a nice metal frame for the panes, as well as the actual glass for the panes. And if we go back to Maya, we have the scene using its textures. Might take a second to load in. And I have a specific camera that is set up so that I can switch right to it and get right into my scene. So that is the walkthrough of the organization of my final project. Thank you for watching.